So as I mentioned, we're looking to start a hostel in Walker's Point that we're going to call Third Coast Inn, and it's also going to have a bike rental component called Coast Inn Bikes. And we're curious what your experiences with hostels are, if you have any, and what you think of a hostel in Milwaukee.
I don't have any experience with hostels.
Do you know what a hostel is?
I feel like it's probably something like a hotel.
Yeah, so it's a hotel with shared rooms. So you have a bunk, like dormitory style bunk beds instead that you stay at. So you'd be able to stay downtown Milwaukee for like $25 a night, as long as you're willing to share your room with like 4 to 6 other people.
That sounds cool to me.
And then you also get a common kitchen.
Yeah, I stayed at one in London some years ago, and I don't think before that I had like heard about them because like my sister had lived in Germany and stuff like that, so she had like done that whole deal. And it was a great, it was great. Just had my little bunk and had my backpack up there. And there was a drawer, you lock it. Cheap, it's really helpful. Turns out.
Do you think that being cheap means that it encourages you to spend money in the local community then?
Sure, if you save $50 on a hotel, you're probably more likely to go get a nice dinner somewhere. And
yeah. Right, exactly.
Well, I know that they're very popular in Europe, and I've known people that have traveled from hostel to hostel all over the place.
Okay.
I know one person in particular that went from, he started out in Europe, and I don't know if there were hostels in the Hindu Kush area, but he was up there.
Maybe you can speak to that.
And
I was in India for 5 months, so I stayed at hostels there.
All right. So he was there and all over the place, and he just loved it, you know. And it sounds like a great idea. I haven't seen the movie, so I heard that wasn't a good idea.
Right.
You know, working your way from Milwaukee out to Waukesha to Madison, and then Madison both ways, to that down to Illinois, and then up in the northern Wisconsin and Michigan.
Yeah.
You got to start someplace.
Right.
But I think that I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Do you have any friends that come to visit you in Milwaukee at all?
Yeah, once in a while.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I have a house.
So they wouldn't necessarily stay
probably
at the hostel.
Not,
but if you didn't have a place to put them up, would that be a better option, you think?
Yeah, probably if they're on a budget.
Yeah,
a lot cheaper than the hotel room.
Right, exactly.
And you don't have to obviously stay there if you don't want. Just sleep there and walk around Milwaukee, do whatever you want. So.
Yeah, I actually stayed in a couple in Australia.
Oh, really?
When we went down there, and it seems to be a lot of touristy areas, high traffic for tourism, and it's a really great way to stay cheap, and if you don't mind sharing a room and sharing a shower and doing all those sorts of things. I think Milwaukee has the beachfront and everything else, especially in the summertime. I think a hostel would be a good way to draw young people to come to Milwaukee.
And we're looking at locating it at Walker's Point, so we're looking like right by the new Pop Shadow building.
Okay.
On 3rd and 5th Street.
And that's a great area. I know 3rd Ward's and 5th Ward's been developing really quickly, and Bayview's been developing, and Walker's Point kind of nestled in between those two. And I think it'd be a great way of, and it's close to public transportation, right by Summerfest grounds, so I think it would have a big draw, especially for the summer. Most people are on a budget, and the less you have to spend on room and board, the more you can spend on having a good time.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times, I know for myself, the limiting factor for me traveling is the cost of A, getting there, and B, staying there. And when I get there, I don't want to spend all my money on that, so I can't enjoy whoever I'm visiting. I think hostels allow you to be able to do that. To get there, stay there cheap, and spend your money where you want to spend it, exploring the town that you're staying.